I fully plan to be making chili today, thinking it's early October, it's gonna be nice and chilly out, we need like a warm, comforting fall meal. I had it all planned out, it was gonna be perfect. Woke up this morning and was shocked to see that the high is 27 and it feels like 31 or 32. But we're still making chili because I defrosted the meat, I have everything that I need, and I'm making some jalapeno cheddar cornbread to go with it, my famous recipe. We're gonna run through how I make my chili. This is my favorite chili, my latest version that I'm obsessed with that comes out like perfect. I love it. I already did a little bit of prep work just to save myself some time. Onion that I diced up, 2 poblano peppers that I chopped up, 2 cloves of garlic that I kind of like roughly chopped, and then 2 bay leaves for later. And then when I make chili, I like to do a combination of meats. I like to do some sort of stewing cube so that it's like tender, pull apart, and adds a different kind of texture to the dish. And then I also like to do ground beef. These are beef stewing cubes, and I season them with salt, paprika, chili powder, cayenne pepper, cumin, cinnamon, and a little bit of oregano. I'm gonna sear these first, and then we're gonna add in ground beef later on. But for now, that's as complicated as it gets, so we're gonna go sear the meat. I have my pan over medium heat, just gonna toss the beef in there. I like to spread them out so I get a nice even sear and crust on all sides. Once your meat is all nice and seared, you can remove it from the pot. And then we're gonna toss in and brown our ground beef. I also like the mince to be very fine in chili. I don't want any large chunks of beef, so I make sure to break it up really well. Also, on the other side of the stove, I have some dried red chili beans that I'm boiling. Normally you soak them overnight and then you boil them for about an hour the next day, but because I didn't have a chance to soak them overnight, I'm just boiling them for about 2 hours. They take a long time to get fully cooked, but those will be added into the chili about 45 minutes before it's done. I also like to take cayenne peppers. I'll chop one up, keep the seeds, and I'll leave one whole, and I'll plop those into the chili towards the end of cooking as well. The beef is about 75% of the way cooked. I'm gonna go in with all the same seasonings as I did for the beef cubes. When the ground beef is done cooking, I'm gonna go in with the onion and poblano pepper and let them sweat out. I added in the garlic, that's gonna cook down for like 2 minutes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna open a can of whole tomatoes and crush it down with my hands. Literally just break up the flesh because I don't like big chunks and I find that they don't really dissolve when you cook. I also take the top part of the tomato out because it's tough. I love the smell of like canned tomatoes. I know they're really not the best, but they smell so good. This is going into the pot. Also, I'm adding back in all the beef cubes, half a can's worth of water, some tomato passata to thicken and richen it up kind of. I find that it adds nice flavor and heartiness. Final thing is to add in 2